audience is
Terry.
Jessica.
Richard.
Matt.
being a Floridian for most of my life, I've had to experience my fair share of hurricanes. These storms can be terrifying, life-changing, and even deadly. There is an estimated average of 6 hurricanes per year, according to the United States Search and Rescue Task Force. Every year, individuals are focused on these potential natural disasters and what they may do, but how much do we really know about them? We know that they bring heavy winds and rains and only occur certain times of the year. However, there is much more than meets the eye when it comes to these powerful storms. Hi, my name is Andrew Cavallero, and today I'm going to inform you about how hurricanes form, how to properly prepare for the event of a hurricane, and what to expect once a storm makes landfall. Hurricanes typically form in the warmer months from June to December, with the peak months being between August and September when the water temperature is the highest. According to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, the NOAA, hurricanes begin as a tropical wave, a low pressure area that moves through the tropic regions. After initial formation, the storm continues to grow through warm air rising from the water surface, moving into the cyclone. This warm air is the fuel that propels the storm forward, causing it to grow in size, and creates the low pressure system that causes the thunderstorms and heavy winds associated with the storm. The storm will continue to increase in size and will take the path with the warmest waters and lowest areas of pressure until it finally makes landfall. Before the storm makes landfall, however, proper preparation is necessary. When expecting a hurricane to make landfall, one should always abide by the local government's warnings to evacuate the specified areas. Knowing your area's local safe places, evacuation routes, and flood zones are a good place to start. If your area is not designated as a mandatory evacuation zone, there are a few things that should be done if you intend to stay at your home. The Florida Disaster website warns that following an emergency or disaster, you may lose access to basic services such as power and water and be subject to limited or no access to essentials such as food and water. Since a loss of power and water are imminent, you should begin with the purchases of basic necessities such as non-perishable food, bottled water, and medication if necessary. Other items that should be considered are flashlights, a first aid kit, a generator if possible, and a battery-powered radio for updates. In some instances, you can even purchase storm shutters to protect your windows and doors from shattering glass. You should move away from all windows and doors to a centralized location to remain as safe as possible. A closet or a bathroom would be good choices while the storm is coming through. Remember that it is always best to stay safe and be prepared in the event of a hurricane. Even if a storm is not considered devastating, you should always prepare thinking that it is so. Knowing what to expect when the storm makes landfall is also another step in being properly prepared. After preparing for a hurricane, you should know what to expect when the storm makes landfall. According to hurricanescience.org, the damage a hurricane can bring include immediate damage to roads, infrastructures, businesses, and government facilities. Long-term damages takes the form of economic disruption and even population loss. Depending upon the severity of the storm, the winds can reach in the excess of 155 miles per hour, which can tear down power lines, rip roofs off homes, and even knock over trees. Along with the wind, there is a chance of flash flooding, flying objects, and even flooding in your homes. It's always best to stay inside and move to higher ground if possible in the case of a flood. Schools and businesses may be shut down, and access to gas may be minimal at best. Having a hurricane action plan is very important because you should always prepare for the unexpected. Hurricanes are a part of nature and will continue to be so moving forward. Now that you know how a hurricane forms, proper preparation for a storm, and the expectations of hurricane once it makes landfall, you are better prepared to handle the event once a storm comes. Be safe and be prepared.
Thank you.